All right, hello everybody. This is Chris coming to you again with another video. I know in a couple of my videos I have not done this, so I'm gonna try to remember to do this at the beginning. I want to shout out Manual Elitist Jerks. They're the ones who kind of inspired me to do these videos for these vehicles that I get that I don't want to call them rare, but I will call them uncommon. Today we are going to be looking at this 2004 BMW X3 all-wheel drive. So I've actually had this one since late September, early October time frame. Got it with a couple of issues, had to clear up those issues, cost a ton of money like BMWs normally do. And now it will be time to move on from it. And I won't make a dime, but it is what it is. Did get it to the point where it passed inspection, which is great. And I will talk a little bit more about the things that it took to make that happen here shortly. So again, this is a 2003 BMW X3. And why are we looking at a 2003 BMW X3? Because of that right there. 6-speed manual transmission on this X3. As I've mentioned to you before, I do not spit, shine, and clean these vehicles before I do these videos. I show them to you just as they are. This is basically how it arrived. Somebody's put some seat covers on the seats. You're going to notice in the picture now that there is no emblem on the hood. I do have the emblems. Tow hook, cover is missing. I do have the tow hook cover, just haven't put it in yet. So the X3 has a straight six BMW engine. I believe it's the M54, good for 225 horsepower. I believe the stats said 0 to 60 somewhere in the 7-second range. It actually feels pretty potent. I was surprised because I had never driven an X3 ever in my life, period. I do have a 535 XI manual 6-speed wagon that I will be doing a review on that at some point and talking about all the trials and tribulations that has put me through. So this one, again, came to me with some issues. It needed, I could smell oil, so it needed a valve cover gasket. Did not have an AC compressor, so I had to put an AC compressor in there. These are the seat covers that I mentioned. They look pretty decent, but you can see that the armrest looks like that. So I don't know what the seats look like under there, and I'm not going to find out. Those are the new emblems, and the new tow hook cover is down there as well. So as I went through here, I got the car, did not have any check engine lights, but it did have the 4x4 light on, had to get a new actuator for that. And when we did the AC compressor, we found out that there was metal in the lines. So we ended up having to do an expansion valve, condenser, accumulator, and all of the seals, flush it a million times. And now we're finally straight. So again, since it's a BMW, of course, that costs $1 million. And we just have to deal with it if you're a BMW person. Back seats, again, they don't look that great. This thing is in need of a huge detail. That's going to be on the next owner to do, because I'm certainly not going to do it. I'll show you the back here. Cargo space, plenty of room. Those seats do fold down. BMW loves putting their batteries in the back, so that's where the battery is. I'm not exactly sure what that stuff is over there. Floor mat here does have the cargo cover here. Some scratches and dents that you would expect from a vehicle of this age and mileage. This one has about 166,000 miles on it. We'll be going for a drive shortly. Just showing you around the inside of it. Seat covers on the front here as well. Again, she's definitely not in pristine condition on the inside. This one does have the panoramic sunroof in it. Looks like the fabric on that one is kind of drooping just a bit. Looks pretty decent in the rest of the roof line here inside. And then over there, right here, looks like that's starting to come up on some of the edges as well. Might just be able to get something to kind of tuck it back in there. I don't know if this is a sport model or not. Usually with BMWs, you can tell if it's a sport model by the trim around the doors. It is black on this car, but maybe it was always black. This one does have heated seats, stability control, and does not have navigation or anything like that in it. So we'll be going for a ride in just a minute. Not much else in here really to talk about. General, basic, very BMW type stuff. Worn shift knob. Wouldn't be bad to replace that. Let's go ahead and take a peek at the engine. Again, this is a 3-liter straight 6. I took the cover off. This you can see straight all of the coil packs when we were doing valve covers and new lines and new compressors, which is way down in there. Runs great. I mean, it runs beautiful. No more oil smell since we've done the valve cover gasket. One thing that I do want to show you is the 3 things that I like to talk about. Things I like when I get a vehicle. So those 3 things, if you're going to be reminded, are matching tires, 2 keys, and an owner's manual. Well, I'm going to come out the gate with the bad news first. This is some sort of Champiro. I've had some no-name tires, but I've never heard of that one. This is a Starfire. Once again, I have had some no-name tires and have not heard of that one. This is a Michelin. And this one is a Michelin. So we have a big fat X on the matching tires. But we will attempt to redeem ourselves with, we do have an owner's manual down there, which is great. And we are lucky enough to have 2 keys. So we do have 2 keys as well. So that's great. So I guess that's about all I can talk about on the walk around. We're going to take a quick ride and I'll give you some impressions and my big guy score. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Finally, we are in here. Let's go ahead and start this up and go for a little ride. First things first, big guy score. So pretty comfortable in here, especially for a smaller SUV. Of course, I have the seat all the way back at my size. I'm probably going to give it about a 7.5 or an 8. I kind of wish the seat would go down a little more, but it doesn't. I'm all the way down as far as it'll go. Probably will be a little bit more comfortable for somebody who is a bit smaller than I am, but feels good enough for me to not complain too much. So when I first got this, 4x4 light was on, which caused, I think some other light was on as well. I don't remember which one. There looks like there might be a low tire right now because that is on. But also in this passenger seat, there was a code for like an airbag sensor. So something's going on with the sensor in that passenger seat. I'm not exactly sure what it is yet. We'll try to find one and replace it, and hopefully it'll go off. That did not impact it getting state inspected, so we just went ahead and left that one alone. As far as driving is concerned, I don't want to get too crazy since I'm in the neighborhood. I like to just drive around here, let it warm up for a second first, and we'll go out on the main road. It is surprisingly delightful to drive. Just like most BMWs, it's certainly not fast. Naturally aspirated 6-cylinder engine with 225 horses, but it is decently quick. And of course, the 6-speed manual makes it a lot more enjoyable to drive, a lot more engaging. It's nice to shift. Throws are a little long. It's not like it's a short shifter in here, but it feels nice. The clutch engage is good. There are no weird sounds or funny smells anymore, especially since the valve cover gasket has been done. So it's decent. It's decent. I'm very happy with the driving mechanics of it. But I'm also a BMW guy, much to my chagrin. I tell people all the time who don't have BMWs and they want BMWs that they need to be prepared for the BMW life. These cars have about 0% reliability. But when it comes to driving pleasure, in my opinion, they rank extraordinarily high. And I get into these debates with people all the time because people think I'm picking on Toyota. I'm not picking on Toyota or Lexus. I think Toyotas and Lexuses are fantastic cars. They're extremely reliable. They're not generally difficult to fix. They're just great cars. But they have zero driving engagement in most instances. You may have seen my video on the IS250, which I think is an outlier. The SC430 I also think is an outlier. Perhaps some of the LSs, because of the V8, the UZ LSs. But BMWs, to me, have always been a pure driver's car. And even in a small SUV like this, I mean, I'm just really surprised with how much I enjoy driving it. It's certainly not slow. I'm not calling it fast, but it is adequate. And, you know, the fact that I get the road through the gears certainly helps out quite a bit. So if you are new to BMW and you don't have the stomach for it, then you need to stay away from them. It's just that simple. Go get you something reliable that's not German. Get something that is Japanese. Get you a Honda, get you a Toyota. Difficult for me to recommend Nissans because of their issues with CVTs. But if you can find a Nissan with a manual transmission in it, one of my favorites are the 2007 to 2008, or maybe 9 or 10. I'm not exactly sure when they ended, but the 3.5 manual Altimas, 6-speed manual Altimas, fabulous cars in my opinion. Front wheel drive, so you get a little torque steer, but cheap. VQ35 is pretty potent. Those Nissans are great cars. So we've made it out to the main road now, and like I said before, I mean, it's not like I'm not saying it's fast, but it's adequately quick. Sounds decent, feels good. I mean, it's a nice driving small little SUV. Once somebody decides that they're going to go ahead and clean it up a little bit and maybe take care of some of these cosmetic issues, specifically on the inside, then, you know, it's a great little SUV. You don't even have to do that. I mean, it's 2004 with 165,765 miles, for crying out loud. You know, you're not taking it to the car show. So for somebody who wants a small SUV, especially one that I just finished doing all of this work on and don't want to spend a ton of money, then this one would be great. So we got a fire truck coming, so let me hurry up on this U-turn. Get out of their way. So yeah, that's about it for the X3. Feels good, drives good, shifts good. I really don't have a lot of complaints about it. I think it's a nice, powerful, strong little SUV, and I still think it has a ton of life left in it. I talked trash on the BMWs, but that inline six, I mean, they know what they're doing with that. You just have to maintain it. And if you're not prepared to maintain it, then you need to go get something else that will be a little bit lesser on maintenance. So the fire truck is getting ready to pass me now. I'm trying to get out of its way. But I think I've reached the end of what I have to say about this X3. I will see you on the next video. Appreciate you watching. Y'all take it easy.